Gen V, the chaotic college cousin of the boys. Hopefully you've all finished watching it, and if not, don't worry, we've done the homework for you. Season 2 is basically paving the blood-soaked highway to the boys' grand finale. It digs into the source of Homelander's freakish power, teases the comeback of familiar faces, and sets up the next chapter of total superhero anarchy. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's break down that explosive ending at Godolkin University and how it'll shake up the main show. Oh, and while we're at it, we'll also touch on the new Mexican spinoff that Eric Kripke himself recently spilled the beans about. Spoiler, it's as wild as it sounds. Let's give credit where it's due. Gen V pulled off a heck of a job keeping the boys' audience hooked. As a spin-off, it's more than just a side quest. Sure, the first season was mostly wink wink nudge nudge to the main series, but season 2, it goes full crossover mode. We finally learn who's behind Homelander's creation, who could actually challenge him, which team is gearing up for war, and who's lending a hand in the chaos. Oh, and we also get a peek at what the OG boys have been up to, both the good guys and the bad ones. The story of Gen V still isn't perfectly balanced. It often feels like it's rushing to lay the groundwork before the boys' finale. And honestly, even the boys' season 4 hit a bit of a speed bump. If it weren't for the actors' raw charisma, the whole thing might have gone straight into mid-territory. That's why Kripke's call to make season 5 the final one actually makes perfect sense. But here's where it gets tragic and unexpectedly heartfelt. Nobody, not even the showrunners, knew what to do with Gen V's ending at first. Showrunner Michelle Fazekas revealed that the original finale was completely different. They had to rewrite everything after the heartbreaking passing of Chance Perdomo, who played Andre. His storyline became the emotional spine of the entire season, and the new ending was reworked to honor him. Originally, the finale was meant to be a full-on bloodbath. Think Red Wedding, but with more spandex. But after losing Chance, the writers decided not to kill off any of the main characters. Reality had already delivered enough pain. Instead, they give Andre a heroic farewell, turning the ending into a quiet tribute rather than a massacre. Now we've got all the core Gen V characters alive and kicking, joining what's now called the Resistance. According to Kripke, this ending sets the stage directly for The Boys Season 5. Marie and her squad will play a role in the upcoming season, though you won't have to watch Gen V to keep up with what's going on. Kripke knows not everyone wants homework before their favorite show. Still, expect the Gen V crew to show up when things get intense. This crossover synergy thing makes sense. The virus from Gen V Season 1 became a major plot point in The Boys Season 4, which in turn feeds directly into Gen V Season 2. It's like the two shows are passing each other little bloody love letters, along with a few characters. Season 2 of the spin-off had a record number of cameos, even if most of them lasted about 2 minutes. But hey, they count. Sage's sister, for instance, turned out to be crucial to the big twist involving Godolkin's miraculous recovery. And at the same time, we saw her weaknesses. She teams up with Thomas to heal his real body, hoping he'll eventually join her in Homelander's army. But, plot twist, love makes you dumb. Her feelings for Godolkin blinded her to his true intentions. Thomas decides to go his own way, leveling up his powers to control not only Homelander's mind, but possibly every super on the planet. So yeah, Sage's grand plan crumbled, proving that even masterminds can get wrecked by emotions. Lesson learned? Never fall in love during a superhero apocalypse. As for the other cameos, they weren't quite as vital, but the finale appearance of A-Train, absolute fireworks. Jesse T. Usher had already teased his comeback in The Boys, and now it's confirmed. He's helping lead the Resistance. The last time we saw him, he was sprinting away from Vought at the end of Season 4, and clearly, he didn't find any place safe enough. So he teamed up with Starlight, who's out here recruiting every soup and misfit she can find because, you know, the fate of the world and all that. Eric Kripke described Season 5 as a battle between an underground resistance and a full-blown fascist government, which, yeah, sounds about right for a show where superheroes are basically celebrity dictators. And it looks like Queen Maeve is re-entering the chat too. After faking her death back in Season 3, she's been living off-grid. But as Homelander's Iron Rule tightens, her conscience won't let her sit this one out. Expect her to return, maybe not in battle armor, but definitely as a strategist who knows every dirty secret of Vought and every weakness of the big psycho in the cape. So the biggest twist this season? Marie unlocked the power to bring people back from the dead. Yeah, she's basically the franchise's undo button now, a walking necromancer with anger issues, and trust me, that's going to come in handy once the final war against Homelander kicks off. For anyone who skipped Gen V, shame on you, but okay, here's a short version. In the Boys universe, there was this shady little project called Odessa, which led to the creation of both Homelander and Marie. They're not siblings or long-lost cousins, just two science experiments that didn't explode during testing. Their powers, though, are totally different. During a prison escape, Marie discovered her sister's throat had been slashed. That trauma unlocked her new ability. She healed the wound completely and brought her sister back to life. Boom, instant resurrection powers. Combine that with her skill of making anything containing blood literally explode, and you've got a weapon even Homelander should be scared of. Because, let's face it, the guy may be an unstoppable flying laser-eyed maniac, but he can't raise the dead. He can end lives just fine, he's a real overachiever at that, but reversing death? Nope. So it's looking pretty likely that Marie's new power will be the wild card in the final showdown. Whether it's Butcher, Soldier Boy, or even Ryan who lands the final punch, we'll have to wait and see. Still, it's kinda disappointing how Gen V wrapped up Thomas Godalkin's storyline so fast. After the big twist about his real identity and puppet master shenanigans, you'd expect him to play a major role in The Boys. Not only did he literally create Homelander and Marie, but he could also control minds. That's not exactly a skill you just forget about. But hey, there's hope. Turns out he's already confirmed to appear in the upcoming Soldier Boy prequel. Yup, Jensen Ackles is back, and this time we're getting a full origin story for America's favorite war crime enthusiast. Meanwhile, while Gen V was wrapping up its chaos, Eric Kripke was clearly running on espresso and pure madness. He revealed new details about another spin-off, The Boys Mexico. And no, it's not about Vought's rise to power, but a brand new story penned by the writer of Blue Beetle and produced by the team behind The Boys Diabolical. The project's been in development forever, but Kripke just confirmed it's alive and kicking. The pilot script is almost done. The show will take place after The Boys finale, with returning characters making appearances. So here's what we know for sure. It's not a prequel, it's canonically tied to the main story, and yes, some of your favorite maniacs will survive. Kripke's not just wrapping up The Boys, he's rewriting the rulebook. He's diverging from the comics to keep fans guessing. And honestly, that might be the smartest move he's made. Whether it works or not, we'll find out soon enough. And speaking of future chaos, production for the Soldier Boy prequel is already in full swing. Jensen Ackles confirmed he started filming in early August. And yes, we've already seen that glorious promo suit. Kripke says the creative team's going all in to make it feel like the best seasons of The Boys. A mix of dark humor, messed up morality, and gratuitous explosions. What hasn't been confirmed yet though is Gen V Season 3. Kripke said it all depends on how Season 2 performs. Basically, if fans care enough to keep watching. Still, he hinted that Godalkin survivors will have plenty of story left to tell, and that their paths will stay open for future crossovers. So for now, it's safe to say the main crew of The Boys will live through Season 5, mostly intact, no promises. For a lot of fans, this franchise started with The Boys, and it's only right it ends with them. No spin-off, prequel, or animated chaos can replace that cast's unhinged chemistry. That's probably why the Soldier Boy project already looks promising. Jensen Ackles can basically carry a show on charisma alone. The Boys Mexico could also be a wild hit, depending on how the creators handle its tone, but expect it to feel very different from the main series. Alright, that's all for today, folks. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Gen V needs a third season? What do you make of Marie's new god-tier powers? And who wins in a face-off, her or Homelander? Place your bets, and I'll see you in the next one.